Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pairfect, your go-to lifestyle show where we celebrate the brilliant minds shaping the spaces we live in and the communities behind them. I'm Dinah Ventura, and today we're joined by a visionary whose name has become synonymous with creativity, elegance, and purpose. She's the fashion designer behind Bagoyan, a brand inspired by her Kalinga name, and her pieces have graced global stages from local showcases to the iconic New York Fashion Week. But beyond the runway, her work tells a deeper story of heritage, entrepreneurship, and uplifting communities through purpose-driven design. Let's get to know the woman who weaves culture, identity, and advocacy into everything she creates. Please welcome fashion designer and social entrepreneur Jasmine Baac. Welcome
Hello.
to Pairfect.
Thank you for having me here.
It's so nice to finally meet you in person because we've been featuring your work and it's so impressive because of the story. And that's why we invited you because we're really interested to know how the brand began and basically your journey, how you got to this stage. So let's go back to the beginning.
I started Bagoyan in 2020 at the height of the pandemic.
Okay.
And it was to sell masks first. It's with the intent to help the weavers in Kalinga because we cannot sell the weaves before. At that time because of the pandemic.
Okay. Bagoyan, the brand, was born during the pandemic. So
Yes.
before that, what were you into? What was your work?
I'm just working.
Okay. You had a job or?
Yes, I was working. I'm working with a food manufacturing company.
I see. So you were in that company and then you started helping out why? I mean, how did you come across them?
I wanted to promote Kalinga, first and foremost, our province. And also at that time, the weavers have no access to selling their weaves here in Manila because of the pandemic. So my intent first is to help them sell their weaves, and then I came up with Bagoyan. It's a
Okay.
passion project, but it's also it's not really a passion project per se, but it has a purpose of helping and empowering women and also promoting Kalinga.
Okay. So your Kalinga heritage has something to do with this.
Yes.
Can you give us an idea how can you retrace your roots?
I was born in Baguio. My parents are both from Baguio and Kalinga. So I grew up in Kalinga. I grew up with all the cultural activities. My great grandmother is Bagoyan. That's where my name was taken.
So that's like a tribe?
Yes,
Bagoyan is a tribe?
No, Bagoyan is a name.
A name.
It's my great grandmother's name.
Kalinga name?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from the Tobog tribe. It's one of the tribes in Kalinga. And so I basically grew up there and have seen and witnessed all the stories, the beautiful stories.
That's
and
why you're
the
so
culture.
close to them until
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay. And then, so you were born there? You were born in Baguio
And was
grew up
yes, in
Kalinga.
Kalinga.
And how long did you live there?
I just left there when I studied for college.
Okay. So you had to go to Manila? What
Yes.
school?
I studied in UP Diliman.
Okay. Pareho pala tayo. No, what was your course?
English studies.
Okay. So you intended to become what?
A lawyer.
A lawyer. And then, so
I took
after,
up law.
Oh, you took up law. So you
Yes.
pursued it and you
Yes.
finished it. And after that, you practiced?
I'm not really. I'm working as a head of compliance and government relations in the food
In that
manufacturing company.
So you've been working there since?
Yes,
Gosh,
I've been working there
wow.
for like 18 years.
Galing naman.
I started with marketing and then
Oo.
customer relations and until now.
Okay. And then suddenly you're into fashion fashion
Yes.
design. Di ba parang there's like this...
It's really a different world.
Yeah. So how did that happen? How did you transition to that? Or how did that become part of your life now?
Actually, I'm into fashion even before. I love to dress up.
You've always
Yes,
loved fashion.
I love fashion, and so I started with what to do during the pandemic because I'm alone here in Manila. My family is back in Kalinga. I I thought of what to do, and then that's it. I have to start something, and I
Oh.
have to help the people there.
When you say family, you're referring to your
My
parents?
parents and my
Okay.
kids are there.
Okay.
Because
How many?
they were before the lockdown.
Nandoon
They
na
went
sila.
home. Yeah, no, they went home.
So kaya ka
Yeah,
naiwan.
yes.
Okay. How many kids do you have now?
Two.
Two. Are they both
They were
girls?
boys. They're
Boys?
both in college.
College. So
Yes.
they're not into fashion naman siguro.
No.
Okay. So from being a mom to a corporate executive and a creative, how do you manage to balance all these roles while staying rooted to your purpose?
Um, balance. It's not really about balance sometimes. It's alignment,
Okay,
maybe.
it's a good one.
Yeah. Staying true to my purpose is the thread that ties everything together.
I see.
So,
That's nice.
being a mom makes me rooted grounded and patient, and it keeps me grounded while working in a corporate setting. um, Strengthens my discipline and decision making.
Okay.
And Bagoyan is my space to...
Creative expression.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a safe space where I could practice my
Yes.
creative thinking, and I could honor my
Heritage.
the community and my culture.
Yeah. So I've been noticing your top, and it's really nice. It's pink, but it's
Yes.
in a local weave.
Yes.
So that's a trademark of Bagoyan.
But in Bagoyan, we really try to tweak colors, because the traditional colors are red, yellow, and black. So I try to make it more appealing to every market.
Yes.
Like tweak the colors, make it pink, teal.
So now you have
yes,
pink, you have teal. What else?
light blue,
Light blue,
butter
lime.
yellow.
Wow, very modern
Yes.
colors. So it appeals to a global market.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you were recently in the New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
Tell me about how you got there.
I was invited by Philippine Next. It's also a platform where they invite Filipino designers to showcase our designs in New York, and we were invited at the New York Fashion Week through Philippine Next.
Okay.
It was...
What did you show there, and what was it like?
It was surreal. It's a proud moment where we could display I could display my designs, and it's a proud moment of visibility, not only for me as a designer, but also honoring my community, everyone that helped me, everyone that's behind Bagoyan.
Okay, so you probably got a lot of questions about Kalinga.
Yes,
and
where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it located? Where is it in the Philippines?
Yeah. Oh.
How is the weaving done? They're very interested on how we make this, and it's really, how would I put it? It's an honor that we are there, and we were in a global platform, but more than that, I was there standing and honoring my identity as a Filipino and as a Kalinga.
Was that something you ever imagined would happen to you?
Not really. Not in 5 years. Because I just started
Oh.
2020 and I was
Yeah.
really surprised that we
That you
made
got
it.
there.
Yes.
Galing, no? So, sa ano ba yun? Serendipity. What happened?
May-
Like, how can you be there in 5 years nga, as you
Yes.
said?
It's
Ano yung,
it's a
ano?
blessing.
Blessing.
It's
Okay.
it's everything. I think everything has its time. So maybe it was my time
Oo
to
nga.
shine.
So, when you were there, what was the main message that you wanted to convey to the global audience?
That we can be rooted with. I mean but we can still rise up. That's why my collection is Bagoyan Rising.
Okay.
It gives us that feeling of being rooted or going back to our roots, honoring our roots, Kalinga and everything, and rising as well because we are presented in a global platform like New York Fashion Week.
Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
So, back to your brand, Bagoyan. You're the only weave you use is the Kalinga.
Right now, I'm starting to add other weaves from the Cordillera, like weaves from Apayao and Abra.
Okay. What are the details that can make people tell the difference from each other?
Actually, that's a hard question. Because Kalinga has distinct weaves. We have a lot of weaves, different patterns, different meanings,
Okay.
and different colors.
Oo.
I think it's really the distinction. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But one could see that this is Kalinga.
Oh,
This
nga,
is
how?
the-
Like, is it the line or
maybe
that
the
square?
patterns like there's silaksakaw, bilaliktad. Bilaliktad is really Kalinga. There's no other patterns like that in the.
That's unique to
yes,
Kalinga.
Yes.
Kalinga is the only weaving community that can make that.
Yes.
Okay. Why? Because of the special way they weave?
Not really because of the history, the cultural
I see.
history of Kalinga, where I mean we have patterns that are really distinct to us.
Yung nga, because of the story.
Yes.
But you were also talking about how different the weaving process is.
Yes, we
In
do
Kalinga.
backstrap weaving where
Backstrap.
yeah,
okay.
where the Ikalinga woman or ties the yarn, the thread around her waist and in the post and then makes the weave.
Wow, that's wow.
Yes, it's really tedious.
Tedious.
Yes.
So, gaano kalaking fabric ang nagagawa in a day?
27 the width is 27, but in a day you can't make it in a day, maybe 2 weeks or a month depending on the intricacy.
Wow.
How intricate it is.
Are there still a lot of weavers in Kalinga who are practicing this or doing it?
Yes, because it's really part of our culture already, so it's passed down from generation to
So
another.
even the younger ones
Right now we have senior high school students who do
who
the
can do
weaves.
it. Talaga? Ano yun? Girls lang? Or
There are also men who can do it.
that's great. That's good news. So, Bagoyan is more than a brand. It's a movement. Parang
Yes.
gano'n na, di ba? So, how do you ensure that your designs also create social and economic impact, especially for indigenous and local communities?
I always make each piece with intent
Okay.
because it's not really just garments or clothing, but we always go back to the story behind every piece that we make. And this piece goes back to the stories of the women in Kalinga. Their everyday victories, their challenges, their struggles, and how they rise up from it. And a movement because we empower women. We show
give
we teach them, we mentor them on how to value their work. We help them in in how to the the
Oh,
financial side, the
yeah.
pricing, etc. And also, it is a great opportunity as well to ask or seek help from our government, like
Yeah.
Senator Legarda, who has been helping a lot in the promotion of our culture. We kindly requested her for a weaving center in Kalinga, and she approved it. She donated or provided 10 million for a Kalinga weaving
Nice.
center.
So it's up already
Yeah,
and running.
it's being constructed.
Okay.
So that's one way of helping, not just, that's why it's not just a brand. It's also a movement to help and uplift the lives of the all indigenous women, not just me.
Yes, that's so nice. We'll talk more about that in a bit after a short break.
And this break is brought to you by Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Union Bank, it starts with you.
Usapang OFW is the show that honors the journeys of our modern-day heroes, our OFWs. Join Chingmi Fernandez, John Dodson, and Rafi Ayang every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. to hear the real stories behind the sacrifices. Watch it live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Want to hear from thought leaders shaping our world? Straight Talk with Chito Lazada and Ted Montalibano dives into leadership, politics, and business every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch conversation live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok.
Ready for the hot takes of today's biggest issues? Hot Patatas with Vernon Velasco and Carl Magadia delivers the news that matters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Tune in live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok, where the real talk happens.
Welcome back, everyone. On Pairfect, we're still with Jasmine Baac of Bagoyan. Kala ko yung una when I first read it, Bagoyan.
No, it's they always joke about
Yeah.
it, like it's Bagoyan. It's still okay. It's
Yeah.
like it's a new thing.
Yes.
But I always explain that it's my Kalinga name, and it's
Oo.
read as Bagoyan.
Bagoyan. What does it mean?
It means a woman of power and beauty.
Ang ganda. So,
So
apt.
I have to live up to that name.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your pieces. So a lot of them are deeply personal and symbolic. As you said, every piece is thought out and attached to a story somehow. Can you share the story behind one piece or collection that meant the most to you, or that still means a lot to you?
What meant a lot to me is the collection in New York, really,
Okay.
because I thought about, I thought about each piece and how could it be presented in a global stage. So it's it's a mix of old and new,
Okay.
so that I called it Bagoyan Rising,
Because
from the roots, from the mountains to New York.
to the world.
Yes, to the world.
So what kind of items did you showcase? Like dresses?
Mostly dresses and suits,
Okay.
shorts, and those that could be accepted in the global market.
Okay.
And I'm so glad the acceptance is really good.
Great. Did you get any guidance as to what kind of pieces you should prepare, or you were given the freedom to do all that yourself?
I was given the freedom to do
How many
to
pieces?
do that.
How many pieces did you?
15 sets.
15 sets?
Yes.
By sets, you mean like complete top
Yeah.
to bottom?
Top to bottom, and then just dresses.
Okay. Wow. And then for each piece, did you get orders for that? Or
Yes,
mga
I
ganon?
did.
Oh.
There were orders there in New York, and also here in the Philippines, and some were bought there already.
Okay. Wow. So 5 years later, since the pandemic, when you started out with masks
Yes.
using Kalinga weaves, How is Bagoyan today?
I would say it has evolved a lot, and it's some. I'm just thankful that the acceptance was really high, and the support and love of the customers, and I would say it's really good.
Yeah. Has it always been though? Has it always been smooth sailing, or have there been challenges that you had to overcome?
There were challenges along the way, like the supply. Sometimes it's difficult to have something repeated. So it's really limited.
Okay.
So one piece, two pieces each color. So, but it's also a good thing because it's really unique to a customer.
Was it also easy for you to set up, like your suppliers? I presume are in Kalinga
Yes.
for the fabric.
I go home every time
Okay,
and
wow.
meet them. So it's not really difficult for me.
Okay, because you're from there also.
Yes.
So, ang galing, ang bilis. I also, I'm thinking that there are so many designers now, today, who are also coming out with their own collections and using our traditional fabrics. Is there any problem in supply for the, if you look at it in general, is there like an imbalance, or it's going pretty well?
I think it's going pretty well because there's a lot of designers who are into promoting weaves
Filipino,
nowadays.
yes, Filipino
and
weaves.
a lot of weavers are really making every day, making it every day.
So they're also getting a lot of work,
yes,
a lot of income.
a lot of income, a lot of work, and a lot of support.
Yes.
Also from the, I think it's all, there's also projects from the government which supports the weavers.
Yes, it
There's still a support, not so big, but we're glad
it's there.
Yes, it's there.
Okay. My question now naman is like, if you're, I'm sure after 5 years you have plans to expand or move forward somehow. Can you tell us more about that?
I'm really taking it step by step. I don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
So as opportunity comes, I take it if I could.
Okay.
And I won't say that I have big plans or something, but I'll take it step by step, one step at a time, and
Okay.
see how it goes. Because I've been to New York, I hope Milan and Paris soon, but
Why not?
everything is how would I put it? I'll just attract everything.
Yeah, so positive thinking and dreaming, right?
And working on it.
And working on it, diba? That's the most
Yes.
important.
Yes.
So, as someone who champions identity and inclusivity through design, how do you see the future of Filipino fashion evolving on the global stage?
Filipino fashion on the global stage is, very ready.
Ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Exciting.
We're ready for that. We
Uh-huh.
have evolved into such high scale, if I would say, that the acceptance of it is really good.
Okay.
Like us, we've been in the New York Fashion Week, and other designers as well.
Yeah.
So Filipino designers are really
It's on the-
rising,
yeah.
if I would say
Oo
that.
nga, just like your collection.
Yes.
Ang galing. Okay, so wala pang plans for you to show in another country?
For now,
Not
none
yet.
yet.
So while you're like in this stage, what do you do? Do you keep on designing, or
I keep on designing and I keep on making this clothing, because we join pop-ups every now and then. There's a
Oh,
monthly pop-up for Katutubo, and then there's Artifino soon, and Maarte, and Habi.
Okay.
So I really design, and I continue every day.
So for your designs, are there seasons, or are they're all limited? How would you describe it? Like, if people are following your brand now, what should they look forward to? Like, are there classics that will always be there?
There are
Yeah.
classics that that will always be there, and I'm also into classics. So it would, I mean, I'm not so trendy.
Okay.
I incorporate new thing. I mean, new fabrics and new designs, but I'm always into the classy side.
Yes. The ones that will stay for a long time.
For a long time. And I always go back to my design concept and how yung bagay din sa akin.
Of course. Okay, so how would you describe your style sense, your style identity?
Classic.
Okay.
Classic pieces that I could
Basic and
Yes.
interchangeable,
yes,
mixable.
You can wear it every day. You can
Dress up,
repeat
dress
it.
down.
Yeah, dress up, dress down. That's the Bagoyan thing. You can dress it up or dress it down, because a lot of my clients and my customers buy like skirts that are beaded and with sheer,
Embroidered.
etc. And then they wear it in formal wear or in casual things, occasions.
Oh. So what are the most popular pieces from your brand?
Skirts and tops and also blazers like
Oo
this.
nga. Yeah, I can imagine that people would want to invest in such pieces. How about men? Do you have pieces for them?
Customized.
It's per order.
Yes, per order, because not too many are. they're
So you can do that even
Yes.
for women, like they
Yes.
can ask you to design something just for them.
Yes.
Okay.
I can customize it. You just have to message and we could talk about it online.
Okay. So from 5 years ago when you set it up, gaano nakalaki ang business mo ngayon? Like in terms of manpower or scope?
For manpower, I started alone. I do everything.
In your bedroom?
I do everything from delivery to design, etc. But now I have like less than 10 naman na who always helps me during our pop-ups, and then I have 3 sales ladies who helps me part-time as well, because not every day I need them, but they're always on call, and I have one assistant who's a regular.
Your full-time one
Yes.
assisting you there. Okay. So what would be your advice to young creatives who are also aspiring to get into design, and then, it's not that easy for everyone, di ba?
I would tell them to stay grounded, to have that purpose, and that purpose should be clear,
Okay.
so that they will always go back to their purpose. And they should promote our culture, our heritage, and they should always go back to that when they're lost, or when they can't find an inspiration. And I would advise them to stay at their own pace.
Yes.
Stay within their budget. They don't have to be rushed. They don't have to be pressured by everyone. I mean, the designers that are kasabay nila, or ano. You should always walk in your own path.
Nice.
Stay grounded and help people whenever you can, and always go back to your purpose.
Yes. Is that a Kalinga thing or a Jasmine thing?
It's a Jasmine thing.
All right. So thank you very much for
Thank you so much.
sharing with us your story this afternoon. I think it's very inspiring, especially for
Thank
people.
you.
Oh my God, I didn't even know you had a day job, and then you're into this.
I do.
Maybe some last words before we end the show.
Thank you for having me here. And if you can find Bagoyan at Instagram, Bagoyan _, and at Facebook as well. We also have pop-ups, Artifino, Habi, and Maarte soon.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we'll see you there.
And I have a pop-up at Rockwell until the end of May.
All right, sige. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
once
much.
again. Thank you for joining us today on Pairfect. Your journey is a powerful reminder that fashion isn't just about what we wear, it's about who we are and the stories we choose to honor. From Kalinga traditions to global fashion runways, your work proves that design can be both beautiful and deeply meaningful. To our viewers, we hope you're inspired by Jasmine's journey and the way she blends heart, heritage, and impact, one stitch at a time, or one thread at a time.
Yes.
So this has been Pairfect, and I'm Dinah Ventura. See you in the next episode.
Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po uli ang inyong lingkod. Ako po si Manong Joe para sagutin ang inyong mga katanungan. May tanong si netizen Menandro Rodriguez tungkol sa rates ng Meralco ngayong buwan ng Mayo. Hindi ba usually tumataas ang rate kapag summer? Bakit ngayon bumaba? Anya? Kapag dry season na pumapatak sa mga buwan ng Marso hanggang Mayo, malaki ang posibilidad na tumaas ang bill dahil sa seasonality of consumption. Pero ngayong buwan ng Mayo, bumaba ng halos 75 centavos per kilowatt hour ang singil sa kuryente. Ibig sabihin, ang pamilyang kumukonsumo ng 200 kilowatt hours kada buwan hanggang 500 kilowatt hours kada buwan ay makakatipid ng mula 150 hanggang 375 pesos sa kanilang bill. Dalawa ang dahilan ng bawas singil ngayong buwan. Una, dahil sa mas mababang generation charge dahil sa bawas singil mula sa Wholesale Electricity Spot Market o WESM at Independent Power Producers. Pangalawa, bumaba rin ang transmission charge na binabayad sa National Grid Corporation dahil naman sa decrease sa ancillary charges. Sana ay naliwanagan kayo sa explanation na ito kung bakit bumaba ang singil sa kuryente ngayong Mayo. Para sa iba pang katanungan, Ask Manong Joe lang hanggang sa muli.